So we only have played one night of this. Got about 2 hours into the story. And I'm told it's about a 9-hour experience. So I think this will be a two more streams kind of thing counting tonight. So might do this Wednesday. I'll have to see how everything sounds as we go as well. Oh, we're back at this part with the warp simulations.
Warp bubble stability degrading. Increase output to maximum.
Increasing warp output to maximum.
It's happening again.
It is evident that presently the Resolute cannot achieve warp propulsion.
Since our diagnostics rule out any problems with our warp systems or anything about the ship, the problem appears to be the fabric of space itself.
Space itself? You're saying something about this region of space prevents warp travel?
Prevents it, or can't sustain it.
However improbable, that appears to be the case.
We need to know more.
The storm didn't stop us from leaving space dock and traveling here. But could it still be causing this interference with warp travel?
We must follow sound investigatory principles. Do not let an assumed conclusion drive your analysis.
Sometimes we need a little inspired thinking, Mr. Chovak. Captain Solano is on his way back from the negotiations, and I want to have some answers for him when he gets here.
Indeed. Given the facts at hand, we may be able to deploy subspace probes around the ship to construct a clearer picture of the phenomenon.
Around the ship. I'll prep a shuttle.
Alright. What's up, Pathos? Got a haircut? Not a bad way to spend the money. A lot of sleeping, get a haircut. Myself, I cleaned my golf clubs too. Swapped out some of my older clubs, or into my bag. I'm thinking about getting new irons, which is another $500, but I'll probably have them for 10 years, so. Or more.
I'm setting up a waypoint at a distance roughly corresponding to the edge of our warp field. When we get there, I'll deploy the first probe.
Shuttle piloting. Fly the shuttle to your objective. Okay, RT to fly. R forward, left trigger backwards, right to turn, left to strafe. Okay. And again, there's that stupid main menu option. This should not exist, Dramatic Labs. Why is that even here? Just do resume. That's it. Get rid of the main menu option. That's dumb. So how's everybody else's Monday been? Anybody got anything fun planned this week?
Commander Westbrook, the Resolute systems are calibrated to receive the probe's readings. We are standing by to reproduce the warp field collapse after the first probe is deployed.
Thank you, Mr. Chovak. We'll be in position shortly.
And, Mr. Diaz, do take care in piloting the shuttlecraft. Now is not the time to indulge in the human penchant for joyriding.
Chovak probably isn't such a fun guy to work for, huh?
I just don't take it personally. At least I try not to.
That's a very mature answer. Shows a positive attitude on your part. Remind me of it when I start complaining to you about the ship's new first officer.
Yeah, he's not talking to Tom Paris here. I was mad I missed out on getting the Delta Flyer XL model, because that's a really cool shuttle design.
This is far enough.
Oh, audio cut out.
Transporting the first probe into
Oh,
position.
never mind. It was just... the subtitles are funky.
Westbrook here. The first probe is deployed.
Understood. We are reading it. We are about to replay the simulation.
Problem?
I just can't get a handle on her. Commander Rydek. She rejected my plan to use a deflector pulse against the storm surge. But on On the other, she did listen to my advice and used the whole polarity trick to get you through that excursion alive. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with the new XO. I'm sure she's a fine officer, even if we don't see eye to eye. But she didn't go through what the rest of us did. You know that. And it's hard to figure out why she'd be the one Solano chose instead of, well, one of us.
I've heard some good things. You should at least give her a chance.
I'll take that under advisement.
Test is running. Warp field collapse in 3, 2, 1, mark.
Oh, that's not good.
Whoa. All right, that is definitely a problem with the fabric of space. We need to get another probe out there.
Yeah, this week for streams, I'm thinking we'll do a podcast with Ted Lasso for Wednesday.
I'm setting a waypoint.
So if you're watching Ted Lasso finale,
we'll deploy the second probe there.
we're doing that. Yeah, like I said, Wednesday evening, because we'll probably watch it Tuesday night.
Piece of advice I wish someone had given me. Make sure you're never just one thing. And don't get so focused on what's in front of your face that you lose sight of the big picture. Before Rydex showed up, the captain pulled me into his ready room and told me he didn't think I had the people skills to be first officer. What a load of crap. I mean, if he'd said that about Chovak, sure.
I appreciate the advice, Commander. I'll make sure I keep my options open.
I don't need to tell you how to operate. You're already well on your way. You're a capable engineer. You're good in the field. Keep up the good work, and who knows? A solid jack-of-all departments like you could be Commander-in-Chief of Starfleet one day. Hell, Admiral Jellicoe started as a shuttle pilot. And there are places to go in the enlisted ranks, too. Of course, if you get an officer's commission, they'll put you on another ship.
You know, I'd be the best leader Starfleet ever had. Lower decks always have to fix all the problems Command causes. Maybe I'd just save everybody some steps.
Well, don't forget about us little people when you're running things.
Of course not. You gotta remember where you came from.
Yeah, this is feeling very old school gaming right here. And not in a super great way. I would rather this be almost external cam, like back of the shuttle. Then again, this does feel very Star Trek gaming. Like, that felt very Starfleet Academy-ish, where you're, like, from the captain's seat view. At least one of the camera angles could be that.
Chovak, we're ready for another sampling of data.
Very good.
Also, how's the audio? Let me know. Usual
Warp field
stuff.
Collapse in 3, 2, 1, mark.
There it is again.
I saw it. It seems to be directional.
Good to hear.
What about the scans? Anything?
Here's the readings in relation to our local space. We've got the Resolute, Otari Prime, and the probes.
All this interference is overloading the sensor buffers. We're gonna have to triangulate the sensors manually.
What am I supposed to do? What does that mean? Okay.
We got something.
Oh, gotcha.
Markers indicate peaks in the gravimetric interference patterns.
That is not clear at
See
all.
if I can find some more.
Yeah, it's leading us to Tau.
Hold up. This is coming from the moon.
A beam that blocks warp travel.
Aimed right at us.
Someone is doing this intentionally. I don't know how they're doing it. This is like nothing I've ever seen.
Why would they be doing this? We came here to help these people. And now we're getting hit by some warp-killing weapon?
Now, look here. It's current readings of the ion storm.
These concentrations, they line up with the interference pattern. The storm and this beam, they're coming from the same place.
Carter, whatever petty local conflict brought us here, it's just a small part of something much bigger.
Oh, Act 1 Star Trek storytelling. Or I guess Act 2. Found out some real bad shit's going on. And everybody freaks out.
Presently, we don't have an explanation for how they're doing this. One thing is clear. This is no fluke.
Thank you, Mr. Westbrook. I want a full briefing when I'm back on board. Solano out. A targeted weapon that inhibits warp travel. Coming from the moon Tau.
That would explain the difficulties my shuttle encountered. More importantly, the tenor of the Hotari during the negotiations.
And here I thought the Illidians would be the problem. Coming to peace talks in a warship. This wasn't supposed to be so complicated.
For all their posturing, every indication is that the Illidians are afraid of the Hotari. They didn't bring their warship as a threat. They brought it because they're scared.
From everything we witnessed, I would say that is highly likely.
But what are they afraid of?
Tylus, the Hotari representative, said she thought they found something in the mines. Galvin and Sidron brought it back to the palace, but they're keeping it under tight security. She's going to investigate it. I gave her my tricorder. I expect she'll contact us soon.
You found an ally.
Why would Tylus help us? Go behind her people's back? It's a fair question, considering.
She's worried that her people are being dragged into something that isn't going to end well for them. She's trying to save them.
That may be true.
She's certainly more likely to help than the other Hotari we've met.
That raises another question. Specifically, what do the other Hotari have to gain in bringing us here, only to make this hostile maneuver against us? There must be some motivation.
Unless they changed their minds between when they asked and when we got here.
Given their indifference to the negotiations, and what we now know about this warp-disrupting weapon, it's almost as if they want to start a war. And Sidron was convinced the only thing the Illidians respect is force.
I would say he's right about that. But at least they know when to hold back.
But that does not explain why they would turn their aggressions against us.
I don't think the Illidians know what's really down on that moon either.
Major Armintas said the revolt defied explanation. That the Hotari miners somehow harnessed the energy of the storm.
Harness the energy of the storm?
Doing that is beyond even our capabilities.
So is a weapon that disrupts warp travel.
There have been civilizations and entities, both past and present, far more technologically advanced than the Federation.
The Illidians and Hotari don't fall into that category.
But that is all the more reason to investigate further.
Commander Rydek, sorry to interrupt. We've received an urgent call from Hotari. The Queen's
Oh.
advisor, Tylus, has asked to speak.
Already, she's ready to contact.
Galvin and Sidron are still with the Queen. I've enlisted help to gain access to the room they have under guard. I don't have much time.
I'm not supposed to leave my post.
It's only for a moment. I so appreciate your help.
I found something. I'm sending you a scan.
Got it. Tylus, if we needed to gain access to the mines on Tau, is that something you could help us with?
I suppose it wouldn't be easy, but I have to go.
Tylus.
Can we reconnect?
Sorry, Captain. We've lost all contact.
We can only hope she escaped without harm.
It's hard to tell.
Tylus wouldn't have offered to help if she didn't know what she was doing.
That's a lot of faith in someone we barely know. Let's see the scan of whatever the hell that was.
Okay, but clearly he liked that for some reason. That's a little inconsistent.
Tylus suspects this came from the mines on Tau.
It appears to be of ancient origin, but the markings are unfamiliar.
We can run a full analysis when we get back to the Resolute. But if this came from the mines, then it might be the key to how they got the upper hand against the Illydians.
Then we have to go into the mines.
The Federation would not allow that. We were, after all, sent here to be a neutral party in a peace negotiation. However, we could demonstrate that the Hotari have acted in bad faith, which would enable us to investigate the mines on Tau with full justification. But of course, we would need conclusive proof before taking action. Otherwise, it could put us in a difficult position.
If this warp disruption attack isn't enough justification, I don't know what is. We have every right to defend ourselves.
In due time.
I don't want to escalate this without a better idea of what we're getting into.
We may have a better understanding once we analyze the device. But a mission to the mines, covert or otherwise, is not out of the question. And I will handle the Federation.
As I was telling Carter, I want all the data I can get on this warp problem. And the negotiating team's shuttle has been recording data all the way back from Hotari. Even better than our probes. So pull the sensor and engine ISOs from the Melville when it sets down.
Will do.
I'll join you and Shovak down in engineering to run another analysis after the briefing.
I didn't like this warp problem when we thought it was some astronomical anomaly. And I like it a hell of a lot less now that we know someone is doing it to us. How does it work? What do we even do about it?
What do you say we pull these chips and find out?
Took some damage on the way. That ionic interference scored the hull plating. Might be some micro welds. Let's try pulling together.
All right.
3, 2, 1. It won't budge. Gotta be the storm damage. We need to... Welcome back. Any excitement down on the surface?
Excitement? No. Nothing like that.
Hey, can you hand me the EJ7 interlock? From the toolbox.
I don't know what that is.
Not much use for one on a security detail, huh? Carter?
Yeah, I'll get it.
Okay, I'll apply pressure while you decouple the panel.
Here, I'll help.
We've got this.
Open up and say ah.
Thanks for the hand. We have to get these isolinear chips down to engineering.
No problem. You really know everything about these ships, don't you? The tools, the systems. Like a walking Starfleet technical manual.
Well, I wouldn't say everything, but I know my stuff.
I can see that.
Uh-oh.
Come on, start pulling chips.
Well, clearly she didn't like that. Sometimes this game, the dialogue can be a little, oh, that's what's going to be positively received or negatively.
What's this?
Some kind of crystal formation?
Whoa, that's...
Whoa. This substance is a quantized spin crystallization of hydrogen, carbon, and lithium. It's emitting tetrametric pulses at an interval of 3.8422 seconds.
Quantized crystallization isn't natural. I mean, it's only theoretical as a means to engineer matter on a subatomic level. What's it doing in there?
Not sure we should be touching it.
Wait. Regulation 364, subsection 9.
What?
Regulation 364, subsection 9 orders that in the case of an unknown foreign substance infiltrating a sealed system, it will be placed in secure confinement before further examination. Retrieve a containment module.
Don't you think we're more equipped to deal with whatever this is?
No. Before anything else, this is a security issue. You don't even know what this is.
Which is why we need to study it.
Once it's contained.
Well, if it's not natural, then someone might have put it there. It could be a tracking device, some kind of sabotage, or even a bomb.
Which is why we need to get it to the containment lab.
Come on.
I can't make an exception. Not even for you.
I'm still going to report these crystals to Commander Westbrook when we send the shuttle data.
And I will inform my superiors. I'm taking this just as seriously as you are. But I overheard talk about the warp disruption on the shuttle. Now these crystals? Maybe this situation is more than we can handle with just a science vessel. We could trigger a distress call, get Starfleet to send more ships. Or I could send a message to my old CO on the Adirondack. Get some combat-tested vessels. We shouldn't do this alone.
Miranda, you gotta be more careful. Someone hears that, they could think you're talking mutiny.
I'm just trying to figure out how we can help.
Yeah, ensigns don't call for distress, like send distress calls.
Okay, stand back. Get this to the containment lab. We'll get it set up for you. I'll let you know when it's safely confined.
Oh, we'll be there.
Last thing you want is to study this down in main engineering and have it explode next to the warp core.
I feel like that probably happens on a different playthrough.
Almost forgot.
Can't have that.
For a second, I thought she'd gone cold on you. Like she might have changed her mind. But I guess this whole situation has her spooked. Maybe she knows more than us? Or it's because this is all happening so fast?
You can't tell me you're not a little spooked, too. We all should be.
Believe me, I'm taking it seriously. But Miranda talking about sending a distress call on her own? That's going too far. She was probably just thinking out loud. I'm sure she'll come to her senses. This mission has enough complications stacking up.
Now, we'll get through it. You, me, and Miranda, too.
Commander Rydek was able to work behind the scenes during the negotiations and made contact with a representative from the Hotari delegation named Tylus. She mentioned an unusual artifact of unknown origin being held under tight security within the Hotari Palace, which she believes came from the mines on Tau. Now, this artifact might have a connection to the revolt, to the storm, and to the warp disruption we now know has been targeted at the Resolute. Commander Rydek, if you want to take it from here.
Of course. Tylus managed to infiltrate the heavily guarded location within the palace and sent us these scans using my tricorder. It appears to be some sort of control panel, possibly connected to the warp disruption weapon originating on Tau. Of particular interest is this symbol, which we couldn't identify the origin of.
The Federation database has records from a vast number of civilizations. If anyone from Starfleet has come across this before, the system should recognize it.
Cross-referencing with Federation records.
Displaying symbols from Federation database with a 90% probability of match or higher. Select a symbol to further analyze.
That doesn't look like it. That does. Nope.
We got work to do.
Oh, we got a raid. What's up, Osage? How's it going? Playing some Star Trek Resurgence. Our second stream of this game. Okay, it's not that one. No, it's probably not that one. It's been fun so far. It's very Star Trek. For sure. Let's compare with this one. That does match.
.2% match.
Got it.
It's got some weird, you know, like early Telltale mechanic issues.
So, what are we looking at?
But it's been a fun Star Trek story, which is the big thing.
This is a glyph associated with the ancient Khan Empire. Their civilization collapsed over 600,000 years ago, but once spanned millions of systems with a population numbering in the trillions.
Fascinating. The Takan were once the most advanced, most powerful civilization in the galaxy.
Is it possible the Hotari found Takan technology?
I wonder if they even know what they have.
Our knowledge of the Takan is limited. I have only encountered passing references to them.
Actually, I've heard of the Takan.
You have?
Quite impressive, Commander.
Computer, summarize the Enterprise D's discovery of a Takan outpost.
On stardate 41386.4, the USS Enterprise D, under the command of Captain Jean-Luc Picard, discovered a Takan outpost in the Delphi Ardu system. According to the mission summary, an unbreakable energy-draining field was deployed against the Enterprise and a Ferengi ship. The Enterprise was only able to escape after negotiating their release with an entity known as Portal 6-3, Guardian of the Takan Empire.
Unbreakable energy draining field. It starts to make sense.
What else is there?
There's a lot here. Let's take it piece by piece.
Yeah, I do wish I'm gonna cut in so because yeah, you can't like pause. Some of the mechanics in the game are odd, but it's worth the $40 so far. But I do wish that both in Picard and like in games like this, the lady that did the Next Generation computer voice, I can't remember her name. I should remember this. She actually fully recorded like an entire database that they could use to essentially generate the computer voice after she died, and they just aren't using it. Like, she explicitly was like, I want to do this for this, you know, IP franchise after I'm gone, and they're just not using it. Yes, that's the name. I knew it was Majel something. I couldn't remember the last name. And it's like, and especially it was worse in Picard. It's like, you're on the D. And they also used her name, but it was a snippet. Like, it was an old episode snippet, not an entirely AI-generated voice, which they have the database for. Why don't they just use it? Because, number one, they should have done a... Remember the old 90s generation, you know, the cliffhangers, they had the, and now the conclusion? Because I've been rewatching Deep Space Nine. Why not just use that? Like, that should have been in the finale, and it would have been so much more... like getting back into that era of Star Trek, and something like this where they're going for it absolutely should utilize that. But that's just my opinion.
Select the aspect you wish to learn more about.
The technology to capture and hold the Federation flagship would have to be unbelievably powerful. Computer, what else can you tell us about the energy-draining field the Takan used?
The Enterprise D was unable to break free on its own. The precise nature of the technology was never fully understood. Only that the crystalline technology used was beyond the comprehension of then-current Starfleet science.
The engineering team found a quantized spin crystal formation in the shuttle you took to Hotari. They registered tetrametric radiation coming from it.
We have Takan technology on board right now?
We might. I'll run a full analysis in the containment lab.
There appears to be some sort of restriction order from Starfleet. Computer, explain this restriction.
A Starfleet directive similar to General Order 7 forbids entering the Delphi Ardu system or attempting to make contact with Portal 6-3.
Starfleet doesn't throw up a no trespassing sign for just anybody.
I suppose it makes sense considering what happened to the Enterprise D.
What sort of planet is Delphi Ardu 4?
Delphi Ardu 4 is an M-class planet, a barren rocky world with little to no vegetation and frequent ion storms.
Well, that sounds
The giant
familiar.
crystals that grow there absorb energy, but it is not understood how they do so. The entire Delphi Ardu system, consisting of 11 planets, was considered completely uninhabited until the encounter with Portal 6-3.
Frequent ion storms. That can't just be a coincidence. Someone from the Takan Empire is actually still around.
Or at least was, 16 years ago.
Computer, what other information do you have on Portal 6-3, Guardian of the Takan Empire?
The entity known as Portal 6-3 is of an unknown nature. A biped humanoid, he was unaware that the Takan Empire no longer existed at the time of the encounter. He was able to control the crystal-based technology of the Takan outpost through apparent telepathic means. It was by his choice that the Enterprise was released from the energy-draining field after Commander William T. Riker of the Away Team argued on behalf of both Starfleet and the Ferengi.
Telepathic control of their technology.
As I have said, they were the most advanced civilization in the galaxy.
The Elydians should have crushed the revolt. But if the Hotari have Takan technology and can control it, I see why they're willing to negotiate peace. For all we know, this could be just the beginning. And we're up against something greater than we can imagine.
For now, it's probably best we don't let on how much we know.
Play our cards close to the vest. Smart. I agree. Then when the time is right, we can confront them.
Diplomatically, of course.
Right.
We've been able to triangulate the source of the ionic interference and warp disruption to a specific mine on Tau. Engineering used the latest data from your shuttle to pinpoint its origin. There.
So we know where to look.
We need to know what's down there, what the Hotari are hiding, to better understand what we're up against, and to neutralize it if we can.
Captain, embarking on a mission to the Hotari moon would not be viewed favorably by either side. However, given the circumstances, we are entirely within our rights to defend ourselves.
I just want to make sure this doesn't blow up in our faces, which is why I'm thinking of sending Commander Rydek on a covert mission to Tau. Assuming you're up to the task. It would require absolute secrecy. And obviously, it's not without risk.
I'll get the Away Team in and out. They're in safe hands with me.
Under normal circumstances, that would be the case. Given the sensitive nature of this incursion, I'm afraid you'll have to go it alone. I'm hoping Tylus can accompany you. The priority is to avoid detection. It's a calculated risk. The last thing we need is to get caught and then blamed for violating our neutrality and aggravating an already tense situation. We can't afford any mistakes, which is why I've chosen you.
Tylus will be essential to my success. Not only her knowledge of the mines, but her ability to gain access, particularly now that we know which mine we need to get into.
Make sure she understands the need to keep this covert.
She's not going to want her people to know about this.
Get in touch with Tylus and make the necessary arrangements as discreetly as possible.
Bridge to Captain Solano. The Elydians have moved additional ships to the edge of the Hotari system. Current heading is straight for the homeworld.
Understood.
It would seem we no longer have the luxury of waiting. In that case, may I suggest you and I return to Hotari Prime? Doing so will provide Commander Rydek as much time as possible to complete her mission.
Agreed. We'll hail the Queen's delegation from my ready room. We all know what we need to do. Dismissed.
I'm guessing we take a ship from the planet?
Petty Officers Diaz and Edsolar, where is the crystal formation that you found in the shuttle? I have tasked Ensign Calloway with performing a full analysis of the tetrametric pulses.
Security brought it to the containment lab.
I was just there. They don't know anything about it. Security never checked it in.
Miranda never got there?
She's the one that had the crystal formation?
Yeah, her and the rest of the security detail from the negotiations.
Diaz, Tamaris.
Try her again. Commander Westbrook to Petty Officer Miranda Maris. Respond.
Something's not right.
She's still on the ship. She has to be.
Computer, locate Petty Officer Miranda Maris.
Petty Officer Miranda Maris is in the isolinear storage array on Deck 5.
I'll go find her.
Good.
I am sure Mr. Diaz can attend to this on his own.
Oh well, this isn't gonna end well. This might get dramatic. Because last time, Maris and this petty officer began a relationship. So this might not end well. At least emotionally.
Someone improperly pulled these isolinear chips.
I imagine that's like taking out a hard drive without ejecting it from your computer. No, don't go this way. Okay, can't go this way.
Who did this?
Anything hiding back over here? Nope. Thankfully, there's no collectibles to worry about.
What the?
Oh, it's just you. I'm busy right now. Why don't you come back later?
I called you on the comm badge. Twice. Commander Westbrook, too. Why didn't you answer?
Oh, I guess I was just caught up in my work. But I'm through here, so I can't stay and chat. I have other things to do. Sorry you came all this way for nothing.
But hold on a second. Commander Westbrook said the crystal formation we found in the shuttle never made it to the containment lab. He sent me to find you.
I don't know why he'd say that. I brought the crystals to the lab myself. Whatever he told you, he got it wrong. All I know is where I left them.
If that's the case, let's both go down there and find them. It's that simple.
I don't have time for that. I have work to do. Look, I appreciate that you came to check on me, but I'm fine. You worry too much. We're on a starship.
I'm worried because you're acting strange. 1 minute you're citing regulation to take the crystals, and now you don't seem to care that they've gone missing. And what are you even doing in here?
Will you drop it? I don't like being interrogated, Carter.
Hey, wait up!
I'm getting some very mixed signals from you right now. I'm sorry. I'm under a lot of stress right now. Just tell Chovak or whoever I don't know where the crystals are, and let me go about my business. I know we have some things to figure out. I don't have time to stand around and debate with you.
If you won't give me a straight answer, you can tell them yourself.
This doesn't concern you, so I'm good with that.
Miranda, hold on.
No. Get out of my way.
So I see you found each other.
You were taking so long, the commander sent us to see what the problem was. Diaz, you were sent here with specific orders, and fighting your crewmate wasn't one of them. What the hell is going on here?
Let's just let them explain.
I'd like to hear that, because I know what it looks like.
There's something seriously wrong with her. She's not herself, I'm telling you.
What does that mean?
It doesn't mean anything.
Well, for one, she was copying data onto this.
This drive is unauthorized.
There are ISOs all over the floor.
And that's why I was in here, investigating this situation.
Oh, she's very suspect right
When
now.
Carter came looking for me, we got our wires crossed. It wasn't anything more than that.
Even if that was true, it still doesn't answer what happened to the crystal formation that she took. And she isn't helping.
I can't tell you what I don't know. I brought them where they belonged, and that's where I left them.
I don't know what's going on here, but I think we need to call it into security. She can explain herself in the brig.
Hold on a minute. We don't need to put this on anyone's permanent record. Carter said you're not yourself. If something's wrong with you, we should head to sickbay and the doc will fix you right up.
Yeah, I haven't felt right since I came back from Hotari. I think I should see the doctor.
You two know her? If you really think she's not well, we can take her to sickbay first. But what I know is this is a security breach, and we should treat it as such.
Please, just let me go see the doctor.
She did have a bumpy ride back on the shuttle.
What do you think?
Come on, Carter. We should get her taken care of.
You better be sure about this.
Sorry. She's not gonna like that.
This is Petty Officer Diaz. I need a security team to Deck 5.
This is unbelievable.
Well, yep, not gonna end well. I mean, a split-second decision. But she is acting extremely odd. Maybe sickbay was the right call. I don't know. So I gotta turn my air down. It is hot in here. Holy shit. This looks like the hologram program on Deep Space Nine that Worf uses to fuck shit up.
Foliage on Tau resembles underwater plant life on Earth. The universe is full of mysteries.
Yeah, I don't think our petty officers are going to stay in a relationship at the end of the game.
Rydick here.
This is Zermatt. Any trouble getting to the surface?
I'm really starting to miss transporters.
As long as this storm is around, you'd better learn to like shuttles. But if you can find the cause of the interference, we might be able to get back to transporting.
As if I needed another incentive. We both know there's a lot more than that riding on this.
Fair enough. You'll need to get in and out of the mine undetected, so I hope Minister Tylus can help in that regard.
So do I.
And to keep this covert, we'll refrain from contact unless absolutely necessary.
Understood. Rydick out.
Can you jump off? Nope, it won't let you. Okay.
The ionic interference is coming from underground. I should find a safer way down there.
Yeah, just jumping to your death, probably not the best.
I saw your shuttle take off. Hopefully no one else did. It's good to see you. Even under these unfortunate circumstances.
Thank you for agreeing to this. You've already taken risks on our behalf. It means a great deal that you would do so again.
If it's for my people, no risk is too great.
Lead the way. I'll fill you in on what we've learned about the situation.
Follow me.
The device Galvin and Sidron brought back from the mines is being used to control some sort of warp disruption weapon that has the Resolute trapped in Hotari space. According to our readings, the power source for that device is on this moon, at the specific coordinates I sent you.
That sounds impossible, but explains the rumors of the Hotari controlling the ionic storm.
We strongly suspect the device was created by an ancient empire known as the Takan.
The Takan?
Once the most powerful civilization in the galaxy, but they've been gone for over 600,000 years.
It's hard to believe there's something like that on Tau.
Which is why I need proof. If we find hard evidence that Galvin and his allies are hiding dangerous Takan technology, I can convince the Federation to let us intervene.
Understood. We're almost there.
That's the mine?
Prospect 614 North, Subdivision 20.
It's enormous.
Just one of the thousands across Tau. The pride of Hotari.
How do we get inside?
The structure that circles the mine has entry points for transporting equipment into the lower levels. They're guarded, but nothing I can't get past using my authority.
Well, that's good to hear.
As long as you can avoid being seen, I should be able to talk my way past any miner. And provide a little distraction for you in the process.
How do I avoid being seen?
You don't use the door. How dare you! Don't you know who I am? I am Tylus Altaris, Minister of Diplomatic Affairs.
That's not...
The Queen would...
Yeah, that was a random jump.
You tried to deny me entry.
The Queen? But I just...
You just what? Just now realize the trouble you've made for yourself? And who exactly do you think you're going to report this to? Because I'll be reporting it as well. To someone much further up the ladder. You have no authority here. Do you understand who pays your wage? I can inform the Queen directly of this insolence.
There's no
You'll
need.
regret everything you said.
Oh, never mind. Go this way.
You should have opened the doors the second I appeared before you.
That's not the protocol. I didn't know you were...
Someone takes their breaks up here. Maybe the same guard who left that window unlocked. I suppose the view is nice.
Do you speak our tongue?
I have orders.
How could a fellow Hotari not understand this? You're digging your own grave. I've reached the end of my patience. Escort me to the maintenance bay.
I told you I can't just...
Now!
Not going that way.
A wise choice. Lead the way. And be quick.
You're a scannable object.
Okay. Let's get a look inside you. Full system access. Let's see if I can just...
Okay.
Go.
Check our way through.
Better hurry. Not sure how long she can keep him busy. Might be rigged to only open for registered users. No control panel here. I should take a look with my tricorder. Something in here is keeping that door closed. Got it. Should remove the security check on the door.
Alright, now I can go back. Okay. Is this not where I'm trying to go? Yeah. Excuse me.
I didn't come here to educate an imbecile on royal protocol.
Of course not, Minister.
So I will be about my business here, and you will take yourself out of my sight. There you are.
You really let that guy have it.
It worked, didn't it? I'm used to having to throw my weight around. Hard to get anyone to listen to you otherwise.
I'm impressed. I didn't know you had it in you.
There's a lot you don't know about me. Underestimate me at your peril.
The catwalks were booby-trapped.
Galvin and Sidron have gone to great lengths to keep out the uninvited. Well, we're inside. Where do you want to start?
The ionic interference is coming from below us. We need to go deeper.
That lift goes down, at least to the changeover station. But we can't use it without DNA authorization from one of the guards.
I have an idea, but we need a few samples of DNA from the miners who work here.
Samples?
Fingerprints, sweat, blood.
Which will trick the machine and get us control of the lift.
That's the theory. Let's test it. Do you think we could just find a way to climb over this?
Possibly. But the console on the lift itself is locked by the same system that locks this ramp.
No shortcuts then.
I'm sure you can figure something out.
What's in all these containers?
These contain mining supplies.
Oh, the
Tools,
Omni tool,
energy
because you
packs
can
for
smash
machinery.
people with it.
Shouldn't mining supplies be inside
In a
the
dope blade,
mines?
like what's behind me.
It is troubling. If the workers here aren't mining...
There's DNA on this console, but it's only partial. I can't use this.
Maybe because we're outside.
The weather out here could dilute any DNA samples.
What about inside that structure? That's where the workers spend most of their time.
Good idea. Hopefully that guard stays outside.
Oh, he will.
Wow, that is a lot of DNA. I should look for the most concentrated spots. I can use this. That's a stable DNA sample. It's only partial, but a few more should do it. There's gotta be stable DNA here. Good. That's another I could use. Just need one more sample. Not concentrated enough. I should try somewhere else.
Okay, well, I'm clearly missing something.
Not enough. Gotta keep looking. This'll work. Perfect. That's enough to make the DNA profile. Time to go back to the lift.
Alright, well, that's all of it.
You're not coming inside?
There are some things I'd rather not smell.
Ah.
Come on.
It worked.
Theory proven.
I'll get it started.
Ready?
Into the mines. Hopefully this one's just a mine, not a tomb.
I'm a little afraid of what we might find down there.
We'll be okay. I've survived worse than this.
Well, I haven't. But I'll put my faith in you. For now. Jara. No, stay back. There's a guard at the station. You'll have to hide.
Who are you? What are you doing here?
You watch your tone with me. I'm Tylus Altaris, Minister of Diplomatic Affairs. I speak for the Queen herself.
This is a restricted area. No one gains access without the approval of Galvin or Sidron.
Wait.
Jues Gawad Abawincha.
Are you all right?
I don't know.
Are you injured?
No, I thought if I could talk my way through like always, I'd be fine, but... I'm a diplomat. This isn't what I do. I've never even fired a weapon. This is just... It's real now. I wasn't ready for this.
Tylus, you can do this.
I don't see what you're basing that on.
All you've shown me so far is an iron-willed determination to save your people. I don't expect that's changed.
No. No, it hasn't. My authority has never been challenged like that. It meant nothing to him.
So we should assume any Hatari we encounter from here on can't be reasoned with.
Agreed. The only loyalty they have down here is to Galvin and Sidron.
Can you switch over the lift?
The guard should have a scan card that will allow us to operate the switch.
Got it.
He's not dead, is he? He's still one of my people, and I didn't come here to take Otari lives.
My phaser's set to stun. He'll be perfectly fine, just unconscious for a while.
I see. We don't have that sort of technology on our weapons.
Good to know. The energy readings are emanating from this tunnel. It's sure to be guarded in there. Stay low and follow my lead.
Phaser time.
Is that all dilithium?
Not all of it. We excavate large chunks of rock that contain varying amounts of dilithium ore. It's sorted and processed at the collector ship above.
Okay, now it might be phaser time.
More guards.
I take that as a sign we're getting close.
I'll get a closer look. Looks like they've improvised a barrier.
Yes, we must be getting closer.
We need that particular card, don't we?
I'm afraid so.
We don't have time to wait for them to finish whatever they're doing. We'll have to try to keep low and sneak past them.
I'm starting to see the utility of a phaser.
I wouldn't stand
Yeah,
a
I know.
chance
If I
against
start
this.
ripping them off dead bodies, we'll know if it's the same as Doom or not.
Can you open that door?
Not without that scan card.
I don't like our options here. I have to get us that card so we can open the door.
How? If they detect you, Galvin and Sidron's followers are clearly willing to kill to protect whatever is in this mine.
Hey, I'm trained for this. I'll be fine.
What should I do?
Avoid being seen. Stick to the edge of the room, and meet me at the door.
Yeah, very subtle. Superhero landing in the middle of the room. Stealth scenes. Yeah, that main menu thing is just dumb.
Saw a power, a resolve that terrified of us until the plan is complete.
Like, it's just, why is that even there?
Then get back to work, and we'll complete the plan more quickly. I saw something strange. Processing. Who's there? Guess I was wrong. How long is Galvin going to make us wait? I'm not worried. He's let us well so far.
If I went through there.
It's a miracle we're even here. We've been waiting for so long. Patience, brother. We'll get our chance. It's inevitable after all. That it is. I get all the grunt work.
Those guys sound like the Batarians from Mass Effect.
Stay close.
Stop!
What?
Motion sensors. They'll trigger an alarm. We'll be found.
Invisible to the naked eye.
They could be anywhere. How will we get through?
What's up, Rhoda? I mostly did. How about you? Hopefully your Memorial Day was alright. How very convenient that they just left a path for us with the motion sensors. That was really great of them. I'm glad they did that. Well, I had a very relaxing Memorial Day. I just slept a bunch. Oh man, fight at a party, that sounds fun.
This.
It's where the uprising started. Hotari don't do this. We defend ourselves, but we don't kill on this scale, this level of savagery.
There's no such thing as a bloodless rebellion.
I don't know if we should keep going. So much death. I don't want to end up like them.
We'll make sure they didn't die for nothing. What we learn here could save the rest of your people.
Okay. Okay.
Whatever happened here, it made the Elydians abandon the mines. Let's find out what they're so scared of. Is this the effects of an Elydian disruptor?
Yes.
Disruptors are cruel weapons.
I don't think there's anything to scan. I think it's just time to inspect points.
Hotari and Elydian. Both sides took a beating. From the blast marks, it looks like the Elydians had far greater firepower. The Hotari fortified the side of the room opposite the door. It's a good tactic, but a few crates aren't going to stop fully armed Elydian soldiers. How did they win? Footprints. Elydian boots. Running back the way we came.
Well, here's those crystals again.
Tylus.
What?
What kind of weapon did this?
This is like nothing I've ever seen or heard of. My people don't have a weapon that does this.
What else can you tell me?
Oh, there's a body in there. Jesus. Didn't see that. Oh, I bet this is what happened with Miranda. Maybe she's got that crystal, like, growing inside her.
What an awful way to die. This must be why the Elydians are so afraid. Technology that
I bet I should have sent her to sickbay.
In the hands of the Hotari.
Because I bet that's going to happen to her.
Where did this weapon come from?
Well, the crystals are giving off tetrametric pulses. If I set my tricorder to search for that frequency, it'll lead us right to the source.
Now, Miranda's the relationship the petty officer character was in.
This This makeshift barrier forced the Illydians to enter from the service corridor, creating a choke point. Quite the advanced tactic for a species that's never waged war. Killed by the same crystallization as the Illydian.
Whose side was the killer on?
The Illydians shot to kill.
But if they killed him, why was he shot in the back?
Huh, you're right. The shot came from the side the Hatari were defending.
We don't kill our own. And he wasn't just caught in the middle.
Think they parked this here on purpose?
One way to find out.
Need any help?
I've got it.
This concentration of tetrametric radiation has never been recorded. Whatever they're hiding, it's right through here.
Oh, we gotta squeeze through a crack. Must be a 2023 AAA game.
This feels strange.
The crystals are increasing, growing outward, replacing the soil.
It's like an infection. A parasite. Growing inside Tau.
Incredible.
This is definitely not Hotari.
It's the remnants of the Takan Empire.
I don't think we should be here.
This is exactly where we should be. Every strange thing we've seen in this system, it might all come from this room. We need to learn everything we can. Somewhat resembles a transporter pad.
What are we looking at?
It's made of the same crystalline material as the rest of this place, but I can't tell much else. Might be some kind of sleep mode. I can't analyze this further unless it starts working normally.
Maybe we can turn it on from somewhere else.
Hopefully. Let's keep looking around.
Got some weird audio crackling. You guys hearing that, or is it just my headset?
Familiar?
It's almost identical to the console Galvin has hidden in the palace.
It's really subtle. It was only on the dialogue when she was talking.
Control surface.
My character. Okay, it wasn't just me then. 'Cause I'm not hearing it consistently, so I don't think it's the Elgato. Does that teleport you anywhere? Nope.
Can your device read this?
It can roughly translate the words, but we don't have enough Taconian language on record to understand how it's structured.
Oh well.
holster. I can't holster. It won't let me. It won't let me holster. Okay, so I'm clearly missing something. Okay, what the hell, game? Remember what I said about this game being very finicky? With how old it feels? This is why. Like, no hints, no nothing, no... Anybody see anything that's like, hey, try that? Oh, there we go.
What is it?
The device's primary function is to transmute lithium into this quantized crystalline compound. Possibly for the creation of weapons.
Do you think one of these was used on that Elydian in the tunnels?
Such a cruel weapon. Looks like some sort of replicator.
I can't get it to work.
It has power. Must be looking for some other kind of authorization. How are you holding up?
I knew Galvin and Sidron were dangerous. Now I know they're more powerful than I could have imagined. But the worst of it is knowing they got there by turning our people against their own. This place feels... wrong.
I'll get what I need, and we can get out of here.
Thank you.
Alright, let's go the other direction now. And that should probably take us to the end of this section. If I've got the pacing down. Yeah, they're just all recipes for pie. Okay, what the hell? What am I missing with this thing? Like, this is just obtuse. Like, it won't let me fucking... Yeah, some of this game is just... This might be a wait till it's $20 game based on some of these mechanics right now. Jesus Christ. What? What am I even supposed to be looking for? That's what we made the emote for, Rhoda. Wait, there we go. Took it. Wait, maybe? See, like that right there looks like it's different. But it's nothing I can scan. Okay, there's nothing. There's nothing here. Two of three anomalies detected. Yeah, I get that. I get that, but where is the other anomalies? What the hell, game? And the fact it won't even let you close until you find it is just absolutely, like, did nobody that likes playing video games play this game at Dramatic Labs? Like, for real. Not even the QA. Like, the devs like playing games? Yeah, some of the things are like, good lord. This isn't 2005, guys. It's 2023. Oh, look. Top forum on Reddit. Go back up to the left side wing. There is a crystal on the floor in the furthest alcove that is easy to miss. Yeah, except I can't see the floor. It won't go down. Like, I can't get down any further. Yeah, except it won't let me see what's on the ground. That's what apparently it says. There's a broken crystal on the ground you gotta find. But I can't get to it because I'm stuck in the fucking tricorder. Jesus Christ, this is bad. Same here. Talk to everyone. Stuck inside the cave. Scan the cave. If walk to the left path, which is what I did, left on the way in. Crystal on the wall. That's where I'm at. Go to the outer right chamber. You will find the broken crystal lying on the ground. Except I can't, because I'm stuck in the fucking tricorder. Good God. That... No, it says you gotta restart the session because you apparently follow the prompts too quickly. You just gotta restart the fucking section. This is really bad game design. Like, objectively terrible. What the fuck? Gotta redo the whole goddamn thing. Follow the list, like, go explore everything before you do what the game literally tells you to do. Stupid. No, it's a bug in that they literally just gave you a broken path to follow that traps you and you have to restart. Great job, Dramatic Labs.
This feels strange.
The crystals are increasing, growing outward, replacing the soil.
It's like an infection. A parasite. Growing inside Tau.
Incredible.
This
Oh,
is definitely
still
not
can't skip the
Atari.
dialogue, too. Fantastic. Now I'm getting a weird camera shake that didn't happen the first time.
It's the remnants of the Takan Empire.
No wonder this game was $40. Shouldn't have even been 20 right now.
I don't think we should be here.
This is exactly where we should be. Every strange thing we've seen in this system, it might all come from this room.
Like, just
We
give me
need
the
to learn
option to skip the
everything we can.
dialogue. Like, why is that not a baseline feature?
Somewhat resembles a transporter pad. Look familiar?
It's almost identical to the console Galvin has hidden in the palace. It looks like a control surface. What are we looking at?
It's made of the same crystalline material as the rest of this place, but I can't tell much else. Might be some kind of sleep mode. I can't analyze this further unless it starts working normally.
Maybe we can turn it on from somewhere else.
Hopefully. Let's keep looking around. How are you holding up?
I knew Galvin and Sidron were dangerous. Now I know they're more powerful than I could have imagined. But the worst of it is...
Yeah, the
now
audio
we've
seems to
got
really
them turning
hate this
our people
specific
against
spot. That crackling doesn't sound like it should be happening.
Can your device read this?
It can roughly translate the words, but we don't have enough Taconian language on record to understand how it's structured.
Oh well.
Looks like some sort of replicator.
I can't get it to work.
It has power. Must be looking for some other kind of authorization.
Oh, now I can't scan it. Oh, now I can.
What is it?
The device's primary function is to transmute lithium into this quantized crystalline compound. Possibly for the creation of weapons.
Do you think one of these was used on the...
I'm stuck in the back of my throat. Driving me nuts.
Such a cruel weapon.
Okay. Let's go back to where we were and try not to... Wait, I'm going to follow up just in case I can continue from here.
This place feels... wrong.
I'll get what I need, and we can get out of here.
Thank you.
If you don't do this first, you can't complete this section, apparently. Which is insane. You gotta scan that first.
Crystallized lithium
Then go do the
compounds.
other thing.
Its
Not the
internal
thing you run
structure is
into
extremely
first.
ordered.
You gotta go past
In
it.
fact, the states of these crystals on a subatomic level suggests a storage device of some kind.
That's a big dumb, Pathos,
Energy
indeed.
levels are both stable and ordered, like information. Some of them appear to be depleted.
What kind of information would you deplete?
Yeah, like you apparently gotta find these. Then do the big thing on the wall. Wait. Now, oh, it's this one.
They look different than the others.
These haven't been depleted yet.
Is it too, convenient that we found this place unguarded?
There's an old Earth saying about never looking a gift horse in the mouth.
What's a horse?
Never mind.
Okay, I'm still stuck. Is it still not gonna work? Or is it right here? It's this one this time. Was I just missing that last time?
This suggests there's some type of complex life form contained within each crystal.
Life form? There's something alive in these tiny crystals?
That's what it says, but hard to imagine how that's possible.
That would explain why Miranda's been acting all weird. Maybe she's been possessed. I'm gonna have to go back and actually see if I was just missing
Our science division will
that.
have a field day with this. We need to
Maybe
study
I
it on
was.
ship.
Uh-oh.
Jara?
I see it.
What's happening?
This is progression.
Someone turned it on.
There's no one here. But maybe the device I saw in the palace can send a signal?
If that's the case, we may not be alone for long. Let's hurry.
Now what? Now what the hell am I missing? This is like really terribly designed. What am I missing? Is that it? No. My guess says it's chem, but I don't actually know. Oh, it's up there. Good lord.
This can't be right. It's putting out almost 50 zettajoules of energy.
I assume that's a lot?
Enough to power this entire quadrant. This amount of power, the kind of radiation it's putting out, it's the cause of the storm. The warp disrupting beam, all of it.
And we're standing right next to it unshielded. I'm sure we're going to be fine.
What do we do now?
We get back to the Resolute. They have to know about this. Come on, let's... Quickly. We have to hide.
outrageous! I demand you let me go!
No need to complain. You're about to receive a gift beyond your wildest imagination. If anything, I consider it an honor.
Oh, they are. She is possessed. The Hotari were able to take over because they're not actually the Hotari up here. It's not the crystals in Miranda. It's a mind.
What is that? What are you doing?
You'll see soon enough.
I can influence the course of the negotiation. I can make sure the Hotari get the better end of the bargain.
So can I.
Oh, time to talk to the girlfriend. And or the possessed girlfriend. Whichever is true. Maybe both. Oh, they're doing alright, Rhoda. Bad days, good days, but, you know, generally living with Crohn's.
Miranda won't be in here for long. Just gotta sort this all out.
If there was a chance between you two, I think you've blown it out the airlock. Hope you're happy. Miranda doesn't deserve this. We're supposed to be her friends.
I'm not happy she's in here. Not Miranda. The way she was acting, there's something going on with her.
Well, she's gonna have to answer for it here.
We were at the start of something good, and you throw it away like that. I never thought you'd turn on me like this.
She's a Trill. Like Jadzia Dax and Ezri Dax from Deep Space Nine.
That's one of those apologies that doesn't really mean anything.
It's hard to be all in when I don't know what's going on with you.
You think I owe you an explanation? Starfleet and its never-ending search for answers.
Tried to find the other members of the security team that went to Hotari, but they're missing. We found their comm badges stashed in a Jeffries tube.
You better hurry up and find them. There's not much time left.
Miranda, if you know where they are, you have to tell us. We're all Starfleet here. Doesn't that mean anything to you?
Not anymore. I have a new purpose now.
Here's something.
What is it?
Maris didn't get bioscanned after returning from Hotari. Neither did the other two that are missing.
None of them were scanned.
Which should not have happened.
She came over and helped us open the engine compartment. The others too. They must have used it as a way to skirt the scan.
So they knew they had to get around it. I'll scan Petty Officer Maris and get some data to cut through all this speculation.
I think it's better if I do it.
Open up too.
Well, this isn't going to end well. There we go.
Ridiculous.
What's it say? Anomalous synaptic frequencies detected. Yeah, she's possessed.
Data coming in. Come here for a second. Did you know?
Know what?
That's not Petty Officer Miranda Maris.
What are you talking about?
It's right here on the tricorder.
She's an imposter? Like a double?
Or a spy.
How is that possible?
All I know is that she might look like Miranda. Walk and talk like her too. She has different brainwaves, and even different DNA. This isn't the same person we left Starbase with. I'm going to feed this into the main computer and run some more analysis.
Commander, there's gotta be something we can do for her.
This is incredible. By some process we don't yet understand, Miranda's body is being rewritten. Her mind has been remapped to another personality, and her DNA is resequencing. I'm not sure the extent of it, but it appears to be pervasive. Someone has taken over and is bioforming her.
That's a crude way to describe it.
Bioforming.
This is a problem. A big one.
What are you?
I'm Miranda, but so much more.
Uh-oh. Like she wouldn't say anything?
Don't let them get the storage drive!
Emo I noticed texta.
It's not in the universal translator.
Who the hell are you?
We are the Scions of the Flame.
Stop her!
They're getting away!
Shoot her!
Well, I shot her.
Scions of the Flame?
Probably should have done that.
I don't like the sound of that.
Because I bet she's going to get saved at the end, and then she's going to remember that, yeah, you shot me in the stomach.
You're never gonna believe this. The reason the Universal Translator didn't recognize that language is because it's only ever been read. It's the Takant language.
Get your filthy Hotari hands off me! We'll burn your planet to the ground. Animals. Wait. No.
Just fully visible. Not even trying to hide.
Rise, brother. Rejoin the flame.
This can only mean our time has come.
I'm only sorry I couldn't find a more suitable host for you.
All in good time. This is only the beginning.
They're working together? In a Lydian and a Hotari?
They did something to him.
Secure the Cartabula.
Cartabula?
It's the energy source.
Spread out. Search the vault. Go back through the mine. Cut off their escape. Find them.
Time to go.
Yeah, very clunky stuff here.
We're trapped. They're blocking the only exit.
Maybe not. Can you buy me some time?
For what?
This vehicle looks a lot tougher than that barrier.
Oh, shit. Damn it. This is very not good. Like, the camera fights the way you try to aim.
Shoot the Hotari woman!
Chara! Get on! Hold on to something.
Oh yeah, Small Soldiers. I remember that one.
Oh no.
Don't stop. I'll handle them.
Use L in the direction to change cover if it appears on screen beside you.
Shoot the one driving the machine!
It won't let me fire backwards. I wasn't even close to hitting him.
Tylus! We're surrounded.
I'll get it working. I just need some time. go.
I think we might need to jump off.
The lift. We're trapped.
Resolute, 2 to beam up immediately. Resolute, come in.
Jara!
Are you all right?
I think so. It hurts. What are you doing?
Hold on to me.
Commander, we read you, but there's too much interference. Transporters still can't get a lock.
Miranda was able to transport through the storm. There has to be some path through that we're not seeing.
Tetrametric radiation is saturating our sensors. There is too much interference to pick up the residual transporter signature.
Wait. Tetrametric radiation. Of course. I can align the transporter with the tetrametric signature. The crystals emit tetrametric pulses every 3.8422 seconds, roughly 26 centihertz. All of this is connected. The storm, the warp-killing field, the crystals, Miranda's alien transporter tech. Okay, I've got the transporter in calibration. There are a lot of biosigns in that mine, all stacked on top of each other. I need something to identify the commander signal. Something loud, energetic.
Understood. Commander Rydek, we have penetrated the storm's interference, but we are unable to pinpoint your signature. We need you to generate a high-energy event to help us...
High-energy event. Got it. Tylus, are you still with me?
I am.
Good. I'm going to shoot my phaser at some dilithium to cause a piezoelectric rupture.
What? Why?
Signal flare. Come on. These crystals have to be pure enough. Bigger still. Come on. Damn it. No good. Too small.
There we go. Maximum pew-pews!
Whoa! Dilithium explosion.
Is that energetic enough?
More than enough. I can lock onto their biosigns now.
Okay, that makes no sense given Star Trek lore, but it's less crazy than Into Darkness. Okay, right trigger to aim, right to aim, right trigger to clear, right trigger to select targets.
I've got their biosigns isolated.
Commander, we have your signal.
I'm gonna tunnel a path through the ionic interference.
Select web.
I've got a path. Just gotta calibrate the signal.
Lock the frequencies at just the right moment to give the transporter enough power. Lock in place. Nope, it's not that way. that not enough? What am I trying to do that I'm not already doing? All right, there was a lot, but okay. Yeah, where's Chief O'Brien? That's got to be it, right?
I've got a lock. Energize.
Sorry about the two wolves inside you.
Petty Officer Diaz.
We're losing her.
The pattern is degrading. Can you hold the signal?
I'm trying.
That was really good, was it not? Okay, this is really fucking just janky. What the shit? I'm confused too. It's not following. This makes no fucking sense. Right there. What the shit? This makes zero sense. I don't understand what I'm doing. What the fuck? What is this mechanic? Like it's like they're trying to emulate, like, you know how like you can match the signal jamming in like Arkham Asylum and stuff? And you can kind of do it in Among Us with the communications blackouts. It's like they're trying to do that, but it doesn't work like that at all. Like, there's nothing. There's no correlation between where you think the bar should be and why it's bouncing around so fucking much. Like, what even is this mechanic? I'm serious. This is fucking absurd. You know, Rhoda, you could hit the rage emote. I have it uploaded. Okay. See, like, what is causing that to jump? and get it to lock in. I don't understand. Right there. That was fucking it. Yeah, I basically am just doing it randomly. What? Oh my god! Why does this need to be so fucking specific? This is just unfun as a video game mechanic because there's no correlation between the two lines on each level. What was off that time? Like, what was off? Like, I can't get a single sense for what is controlling that, like that, to go as wide as it did there. I don't know why. Got it this time for some reason.
I got it. Come on. Yes!
Get her to sickbay.
Captain Solano and Ambassador Spock have just returned from Hotari.
Take a look at that.
Rydick, I need you on the bridge, now.
I'm here.
The Elydians are preparing to attack Hotari.
Status report.
Your systems are now fully powered. All torpedo tubes open.
They're preparing to fire.
We should hail the Elydian flagship, Captain.
Readying phasers if you want them.
Stand by. Await my order. Recommendation, Commander? We need to act quickly.
Hail the Elydians. Maybe we could talk some sense into them.
Hail them.
No response.
Try it again.
Still nothing.
The Elydians. They've powered down their weapons.
Odd. You sure about that, Mr. Amant?
They're venting some kind of gas from their ship. Hold on. Now all of their systems have shut down.
That's unexpected.
Commander Ermont, scan them again. We have to be sure.
No mistaking it. They're dead in the water.
What's happening?
There's an energy dampening field coming from Tau.
Take us out of range.
Aye, Captain.
Captain, the flagship is hailing us.
On screen.
Zeldy to the Starship Resolute. Our main power cores are completely disabled. The more power we give, the more it takes. Running off batteries. Life support systems have failed. Unable to ventilate. Contaminated atmosphere.
Admiral, you are about to launch an attack on a defenseless planet.
Kobliat, you sided with the Hotari in the negotiation, but that does not matter now. My crew is going to die. Please, I beg of you. You must render assistance. System failures are compounding around my ship.
We'll help you.
Yes, we will.
Thank you.
Admiral, excuse us while we devise a rescue plan.
By my estimate, the crew only have 23 minutes before their atmospheric mix becomes lethal.
While we may not be able to transport the Illydians directly, if we were to transport them from their ship to a nearby shuttlecraft, it should be possible to amplify the transporter signal there and reroute it to the Resolute.
The Ambassador's plan is incomplete. An away team will have to beam aboard the Zeldy and set up pattern enhancers for a stable enough signal out of the dampening field.
Thank you for identifying my deficiency, Commander Chovak.
Jara, I need a senior officer in command of this. Take Chovak and Bedrosian in the shuttle and get it done.
Petty Officers Diaz and Edsolar, you will be part of the rescue mission, as will I. We will bring the shuttle within transporter range of the Zeldy, then beam you both aboard.
Beam us on board. Why?
The pattern enhancers must be placed on the Zeldy to make it possible to beam the Illydians back to the Resolute. Gather the pattern enhancers and get to the docking bay.
You know, when the game's not getting in the way, it's a fun experience. Well, all too often the mechanics, like, why did that take so long to crank to the right? Like, get out of our way, game.
We're going on the wrong mission.
Oh, what's that?
We're going to rescue the Illydians, the people that oppressed the Hotari, when we should be going to rescue Miranda. This thing that's happened to Miranda is like the Trill symbiosis joining, only worse. And I've seen too many people I care about wiped away by some greater entity to stand by while the same thing happens to her. I want to know.
Oh, that's an interesting perspective on the Trill from a Trill.
Your body's
I like that.
like puppets.
I'm not giving up on her either. We'll get her back.
Whatever it takes.
Right now,
Well, I've watched some of Orville, not all.
we've got other lives to save.
Yeah.
Oh, McFarlane's a huge Trekkie. Always has been.
Team is ready.
There's tons of Star Trek jokes that he, like, only someone who's a real Trekkie would make on Family Guy or American Dad.
Resolute to Shuttlecraft Melville. You're cleared for takeoff.
Acknowledged, Resolute. Melville taking off.
Alright. Green lightning will damage your shuttle. Taking damage 3 times will fail the mission. You can fly through rings created by the storm if you pilot carefully. Oh! Man, I don't like this part.
We are within range. Any closer will put the shuttlecraft at risk. Preparing to transport the away team. Energizing.
The ship's life support. It's almost completely drained.
And the other systems, too.
Oh no.
We gotta get to their transporter room.
These must close in case of emergency. They don't have enough power left to function. Carter, give them a charge with your phaser. Should make them open.
It's not working.
No power's running through any of this. We gotta get him open manually.
I am the ranking officer here. State your intentions. We are under siege. Explain yourselves.
What does it look like? We're here to rescue you.
And yet, you cannot even open a door.
Whoa there.
I am still able to stand. What are you trying to do?
We gotta get into your transporter room.
Then we can get your people off the ship.
And this is the kind of thing where I'm like, yeah, this is a good Star Trek story, but the mechanics are just, woo! I'm hoping they clean some shit up for the Expanse game, let me tell you.
Make sure they're evenly spaced. We need to manually adjust beam trajectories so they connect.
I got this one. You get the others.
Pattern enhancers are aligned and ready to go. Let's round them up.
These will boost the signal so we can transport through the storm. We have a shuttle outside this ship that will route the signal to the Resolute.
All crew to Transporter Room 2. We are evacuating.
We're live.
Here they come.
Okay, coordinates. Beam status. Energizing controls.
Please step on the platform so we can evacuate you, Admiral.
The crew goes first, Hunter.
Sir.
I mean it.
You! Get on the platform already!
Okay, the interface is in Elydian, but the layout is the same as a Starfleet transporter. I just gotta do what I did before. Select the people to transport. I need to select all of them.
Thanks for telling me that, game.
Plot a path through the ionic interference. Okay, just have to calibrate the signal gain to get the highest possible output. Even at this range, the interference is too much. The system is suggesting better transport coordinates. D, it's the shuttle. You're sitting right in the thick of it. I'm sending you specific coordinates for a clear signal path.
Waypoint's been added to the navigational computer. There, Commander. Give or take 50 meters.
Have to keep away from the light.
Yeah, sir. They've gone to Plaid. What the fuck? I didn't...
Melville to away team. Energize.
I have the first group of Elydians in the pattern buffer. Redirecting and transmitting to the Resolute now.
This is Resolute. We have the Elydians safely aboard.
We did it! I was so worried this wouldn't work. We got this.
Don't celebrate yet, Lieutenant. We've got a lot of people left to save.
Right. Sorry.
This is Commander Rydek. We're holding steady. Signal is good. Keep them coming.
Admiral, you're next.
I've made it clear. I only leave after those in my charge.
Sir, I must insist you go so you can lead our people. I will see to any stragglers.
Yes, that may be for the best. But first, let me thank our human saviors. I'll pin medals on your uniforms when this is over. For all your brave work.
You're very welcome, Admiral.
Does Starfleet let you wear another fleet's medal?
We will find out.
We're ready for transport.
Get the Admiral to safety.
Energize.
That sounded weird.
Massive power surge!
Sending available power to the annular confinement beam. I have the Illidians in the pattern buffer, but I cannot resolve their signal to send them through to the Resolute, nor can I materialize them here.
We need a better position with the Resolute.
Time for some fancy flying.
I am losing their patterns. I need more power, but internal relays are not functioning.
I'll do it manually. Do it!
I am trying. I will lose the transport if I do not have more time. The signal is resolving.
Please!
Do I save or complete it? Let me know!
Finish the transport.
Otherwise she's burning herself for nothing.
She is injured.
Yeah, she's probably gonna be really fucked up for a while.
Lieutenant Bedrosian has been injured, but the last transport was successful.
Oh, I bet she hates me now.
Unfortunately, our shuttle systems were damaged by the power surge. We can no longer serve as the transporter node.
Carter, these readings are off the charts. The source of the storm is on this ship. It must have been the power surge. It came on board.
You're right. The Takan energy source. They call it the Cartabula. It's here.
Is that?
The intruders are preparing to bring the Zeldi to war.
And we're about to be stuck on it.
There is an old Illidian saying about leaping off the hot skillet and falling to the flame below.
Yeah, we got that one too.
I hate to say this, but I don't think there's a rescue coming for us. That was our job. So we're gonna have to save ourselves. And with the Cartabula on board, we're gonna have a new job.
Stop it. Stop them.
I like this job.
That's all well and good, but if we're not getting off this ship, we're really backed into a corner here.
We can't get off this ship.
But maybe I could target somewhere on the ship.
We are reading the warp engines powering up.
Yeah, we picked up on that.
We do not have a way to evacuate you from the Zeldy. The shuttlecraft is too heavily damaged.
That's all right, Commander. We have a plan of our own. We're gonna stay on this ship.
That is very bold of you, Mr. Diaz. Live long.
Oh, he said it!
I hear voices down the corridor.
They will be here soon.
I'll guard the door. You just get us out of here, Diaz.
Hey, Stretch. Help us with this map. Find somewhere as remote as you can.
They're almost here.
Crew quarters?
High traffic, easily accessible.
There. The aft cargo bay.
That is acceptable.
Sounds good to me.
Whatever you're doing, do it now!
We're locked in. Board to transport.
Come on, Belle.
Yep, shot in the back. They put a hole right through him.
It's too late for him. Carter!
3 to transport. Energize.
Zeldy does not appear to have left any warp signature at all. We cannot track its trajectory. Our duty often calls for sacrifice. She knows it, and our people on the Zeldy know it.
Contact the Resolute, Mr. Chovak. Have them bring us back. And tell them we'll need medical waiting for Lieutenant Bedrosian.
Yes, Commander.
So far, she's not really doing a whole lot to ingratiate herself to some of the bridge crew. But I mean, Bedrosian stuck her hand in there, you know, like she was already going to be fucked up.
Through your efforts, we were able to save almost 100 Elydians from certain death. As for Lieutenant Bedrosian, well, Duval will do her best, but the prognosis isn't very encouraging.
Lieutenant Bedrosian went above and beyond her duty. She deserves a commendation.
I'll see what I can do.
Commander Rydek, I heard what you did. The sacrifice you made for our
Yeah, I'm really.
saved not only my life,
Legacy needs to have Robert
lives of
Picardo.
my
If they do Legacy, he better be in
incredibly
it.
heroic deed. All of Lydia is in your debt. We cannot thank you enough.
Just doing our duty, Admiral. I'm sure you understand. If you'll excuse us.
Of course.
How are we getting our away team back?
Ambassador Spock and the rest of the senior staff are waiting for us in the briefing room to discuss just that. I wanted a chance for you and I to speak first, given the circumstances. While protocol might suggest we alert Starfleet about our situation, missing crew, the data breach, possible threat from the Hatari or Khan.
Do I inform Starfleet or not?
We're better off keeping this to ourselves, under our control. You know what's at stake for me here, and what is at stake for you, too. I can't afford another mission gone wrong, and I'm really counting on your support. I don't want to raise a false alarm just yet, and I have every confidence we can wrap this up before it gets any worse than it already is.
I'm sorry, Captain, but this isn't about you. The lives of everyone who wears a uniform are at stake.
I don't see it that way.
We're ready in the briefing room, Captain.
On our way.
Sorry, Solano?
Update on our efforts to trace the Zeldy's warp signature.
Unfortunately, no. Somehow they were able to mask the signature and block our ability to track their trajectory.
I'm also concerned about what went with them. A Taconian energy source.
Sidron referred to it as the Cartabula.
Yes, I've been analyzing your tricorder scans. This Cartabula is more powerful than any energy source on record. It disabled our ability to warp and likely created the ion storm.
We have to find that ship.
It could be anywhere by now.
Literally anywhere.
The Hotari must know where the ship is headed.
If you can even call them Hotari at this point.
Whoever they are, they've cut off all communication.
And our only source on the inside is now in sickbay.
Tylus.
The Takan also compromised our systems when Petty Officer Maris stole data from our computer core.
We're assessing what was lost as we speak. It's just too soon to say exactly what they had access to.
Starfleet needs to know about this.
We're not contacting Starfleet until we fully understand the situation. There are too many unknowns.
They stole our data. That's reason enough to warn Starfleet.
But the captain does have a point. It might be better to wait until we know more.
We either sound the alarm prematurely and look bad if nothing comes of it, or we keep this to ourselves and take the blame when it blows up in our face. Either way, we can't afford to get this wrong.
Indecision is not without its own consequences.
I want to speak with the Hotari and get to the bottom of this before we get Starfleet involved.
I expect we'll meet resistance. The Hotari think we violated our neutrality by entering their minds. Assuming the negotiations are off, we no longer have an official role here.
We still have a responsibility to the Hotari and the Elydians.
The Takan are a threat to both their civilizations.
No. They're a threat to us all. The device Commander Rydek found in the Taconian Vault is an advanced delivery mechanism for a complex biogenetic transformation process.
Meaning what, exactly?
Not only are they bioforming innocent hosts, transforming them into Takan, they're taking the DNA and engrammatic data of a specific Taconian and displacing that of its host. It's a hostile takeover on a cellular level, bringing individual Takan back to life, one by one.
And what happens to the host?
It's hard to say exactly. Some of their memories remain intact, but the implanted Taconian identity appears to have full control. In time, all that remains of the host may be lost entirely.
It's an invasion. One victim at a time.
Precisely. Petty Officer Maris called herself a scion of the Flame, but the computer had no information about it.
She also shot the hell out of my ship as she escaped and nearly killed a few of our crew. So we know this about those scions. They're dangerous.
The Takan have crossed a line. That much is certain. However, Meeting with the Hotari could offer insight into their true intentions. Under the pretense of an apology for betraying their trust and trespassing on their territory.
Given the options, this might be our best chance to find out more about what they have planned.
I couldn't agree more.
With the Cartabula gone, I can confirm we have regained warp capability and the use of our transporters.
Excellent. Commander Ermot, see if we can arrange a meeting on Hotari as soon as possible. As Ambassador Spock suggested, under the pretense of an apology.
Aye, Captain.
Nice work, everyone.
You're long overdue for a Duridium infusion.
Looks like I am.
Oh, we're gonna see the lieutenant.
I'll give you two a moment, but she needs her rest.
I understand.
Commander Rydek?
I think after this sequence, we'll call it.
I thought I heard your voice.
I'm right here.
Where? Before you say anything, I just want you to know I don't blame you for what happened. I heard that last transport made it through. That was our mission, to save lives. So, I'm glad it was a success. And Dr. Duval tells me she can get me my sight pack. Eventually. I just hope this isn't the end of my career. Can't be much of a tactical officer if you can't see what's coming. But this is all I've ever wanted to do.
The latest advancements in vision enhancement are truly remarkable. I wouldn't be surprised if you came back better than you ever were.
I just want to be able to see again. That's all I'm asking.
All right, you two. Lieutenant Bedrosian needs her rest. And
Oh, good.
have an infusion.
Hopefully, yeah. If she didn't blame you, why'd you get the negative red on her part when she got hurt?
You do it.
Aside from almost running out of Duridium, you're in good health.
Nice to get some positive news for a change.
You, I don't worry about. The captain, however.
Go on.
You see it, don't you? He's desperate. Withholding intel from Starfleet just to save his reputation. That's not normal behavior for a captain. And you've dodged the issue. We can't make mistakes. Might go down as the most obvious thing a first officer ever said.
Okay, I like her in the role of a doctor. That's pretty awesome. Deborah Wilson's great.
Seen enough of how he runs the ship. If there's something wrong, as the ship's doctor, I need to know. Don't sugarcoat it. You know I wouldn't.
To be honest, I'm worried about him. It seems like the stress of this mission is getting to him. He has so much riding on its success, and I am concerned he'll do something rash to ensure it.
To know we see eye to eye on this. And I want to be clear. I care about Solano. I really do. I've been his doctor for years. There are more important things at stake than offending an old friend. If it gets any worse, you know where to find me.
Okay, but that should have been a green based on how she talked.
Monitor your Duridium levels. I'll be right back.
How's your wound?
Like it was never there. I feel lucky you were there with me. Without you, I'd be, well... Thank you for saving my life. Even with the wonders of your technology, it wouldn't have mattered if you'd left me for dead.
I should be thanking you. You took that disruptor shot for me. Without you, I might be the one in sickbay, or worse.
Well, I couldn't just let you die. Not after all you did to help.
I won't forget it.
We saw the truth down in those mines. What Sidron and Galvin really are. Who they've become. The lengths they're willing to go to. What they did to that Lydian. It's hard to accept that everything I thought I knew, so much was a lie. The horror of that underneath our feet the entire time.
It's always better to know. No matter how awful, the truth is better than living with a lie.
I am coming around to that thinking as well.
Commander Rydick, you're needed on the bridge at once.
What is it?
The Hotari have agreed to meet.
Alright, so we'll pick it up back here. Let me get through the... I believe I just saw a save symbol. So, let me go to my just chatting screen. So we'll pick it up back here. It might probably not tomorrow. Depending on the weather, obviously. Let me actually look at the 7-day. I might go golfing tomorrow.